as we are about to start our program. May we request everyone to please be seated. Again, may we request everyone to please be seated. Good evening. May we request everyone at the back to please take their seats as we are about to start our program. Again, may we request the people at the back to please take their seats as we are about to start our program. Good evening. May we request our PSC reception team to please proceed to the backstage. Again, may we request our PSC team to please proceed to the backstage. May we request our PSC reception team to please proceed at the backstage, please. Awardees, may we invite your attention as we provide you a quick run-through of the awards to be given tonight. First to be awarded are our citations, to be followed by the Teams of the Year Award. Next is the Para Sports Citation Award. Next is the Women in Sports Managers Awards, to be followed by the Coaches Awards. Next is the Prominent Sports Executive Awards, to be followed by the Flame Awardees. Next is the Lifetime Awardees, followed by the Paragons of Excellence Awardees, Team of the Year Award, and Athletes of the Year Award. Again, awardees, may we invite your attention as we provide you a quick run-through of the awardees to be given tonight. First to be awarded are our awardees for citations, to be followed by the Teams of the Year Award, Para Sports Award, Women in Sports Managers Awards, the Coaches Awards, Prominent Sports Executive Awardees, Flame Awardees, Lifetime Awardees, Paragons of Excellence Awardees, Team of the Year Award, and Athletes of the Year Award. And now, let us welcome our host for the night, the lovely Pauline Versosa and the dashing Andre Felix.
All right, hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pauline Versosa.
And I'm Andre Felix. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you for all being here, seeing a lot of familiar faces, a lot of deserving awardees tonight, Pawi.
And of course, legendary women. You know,
Yes.
just being in this room is such an honor as we are seeing a lot of inspiring women, coaches, leaders. It is such a great night, really, to celebrate women in sports.
Well put. You know what? It is Women's month of March. When I was walking inside the Coliseum, I was getting goosebumps, to be honest with you, seeing Miss Bongku, seeing Miss Cynthia Carrion, seeing Miss Diane Castillo, seeing Miss Akiko Thompson, seeing all these people here in one room just is truly an honor and a prestige to be here tonight.
And yes, and that's the reason why we're here celebrating our very first Women in Sports Awards. But before we proceed, may we please ask everyone to rise for the singing of the national anthem.
Love and wisdom. We know that your Holy Spirit guides and directs us. Lord, we entrust to you everything in our lives. In spite of the various challenges that we are facing in our society today, we remain steadfast to cling to your words because we believe that you will always make a way for us. As we start to do our job of the week, we always pray for your spiritual guidance and direction because we are nothing without you. We need you, Father God, not only in moments of great difficulty and danger, but in every second of our lives. All of these things we ask and pray in the almighty name of Jesus. Amen.
You may now take your seats. Thank you again in advance. I just want to congratulate all our awardees tonight, all the powerful and inspiring and amazing women of sports in the Philippines. Palakpakan po natin lahat ng ating mga awardees ngayong gabi.
You're right, Andre. And can I just say, everyone looks so beautiful and
Ikaw.
dashing.
Kasama ba ako sa dashing?
Yes, of course. You know, wearing a Filipiniana is always such an honor,
Oh, yeah.
right? Because we get
Oh, yes.
to honor our roots
Of
as
course.
Filipinos. And what better way to do that than by celebrating our first ever Women in Sports Awards here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Palakpakan naman natin ang ating mga sarili. So in light of the International Women's Month, we are celebrating another milestone, as you said, Andre. Not just for women, but most especially for women in sports.
Of course. And as we celebrate both here in this historic, there's no other venue but to be here tonight at the historic Rizal Memorial Coliseum. At sabi ko nga, ang daming familiar faces. Sobrang, sabi ko nga, Pawi, yun yung kinagandahan ng sports. Because it's like one family.
Yes.
Diba? Pamilya, kahit iba't ibang larangan tayo ng sports, talagang pamilya tayo ngayong gabi, isang gabi, lahat paparangalan natin ng mga women in Philippine sports.
From legends
Oy.
to iconic idols, these women have really blazed a trail for a lot of Filipina athletes. And so that's what we're celebrating here tonight. We've got over 100 awardees in tonight's Women in Sports Awards. And with that, we'd like to tell you more about this award-giving body. So first, the awardees were nominated by the National Sports Associations under the Philippine Olympic Committee, and they went through a stringent selection process by a 5-man judges panel. Now, to introduce them, they are Mr. Stephen Fernandez of the Philippine Olympians Association. He is joining us here tonight.
Sir Stephen, always looking dashing.
Mr. Nico Huelgas of the POC Athletes Commission. Sir Nico.
Where is Nico? He is somewhere. I saw him earlier.
Also part of our judges panel is Judith Staples of Masters Athletics.
I'm Judith. Thank you.
We also have Sir Carlos Sampan of Milo Philippines as part of our judges panel. And of course, Miss Judith Caringal from the sports media.
Yes.
She's also part of our selection panel.
Ever hardworking. Kanina, we were in the same room. She was already working and reporting. Napakasipag. Again, our distinguished panel of judges. Thank you so much. We wouldn't want to be in your position. You had the most difficult job in selecting our awardees for tonight.
You're right there, Andre. Well, they came up with the criteria for selection with support, of course, from the Philippine Commission on Women, or PCW. Now, after a series of thorough deliberations among the judges, the awardees were chosen from a list of nearly 200 nominees.
Wow.
Ganun karaming mga inspiring Filipina athletes talaga. Now, again, that was 200 nominees across 78 sports. Ayan naman. So they were judged based on their contribution to the promotion and development of their sport, apart from, of course, being the top woman achiever in their respective sports this 2023.
You know what, Pawi? Organized jointly by the Philippine Sports Commission on Women and the Philippine Sports Commission tonight is definitely a celebration of the wonderful ladies whose sparkling athletic feats were outstanding examples of women empowerment.
These ladies are role models who aim to inspire a new generation of female athletes and countless others who see sports as a vehicle for progress, gender equality, and a shining illustration of an inclusive society. Now, as they say, this is a sports sorority that epitomizes excellence, class, and humility. And I'm so honored, Andre, to be part, of this sports sorority, as they say.
And you know what? Ikaw mismo kasi, you got to cover them.
Yes.
Diba? Nung may CNN pa, nako-cover mo pa. No, but diba, you always tell me stories of how it is covering Heidelin Diaz, covering the Filipinas, covering so many, Nesty Petesio, Marjeline Dita, so many athletes that sabi mo nga, truly inspires women, hindi lang ngayon, of the future as well. And all awardees, by the way, will be receiving a crystal plaque to commemorate the recognition that they will be getting today. A specially minted ring with distinctive design will be given to the women idols, women managers, women executives, women coaches, Flame, and Lifetime awardees. And we request all our awardees in the categories that we just mentioned to please make sure that the registration desk gets your ring size before you leave. And all of our awardees as well will each get a gift bag from our very gracious sponsors, Milo, Cell Logistics, and Respond.
Well, I'm sure we all can't wait to get to know all our awardees. I'm personally so excited to see them up here on stage receiving their plaques. But for now, let us hear first a short message from the Philippine Commission on Women. It is my honor to introduce the Deputy Executive Director for Operations of the Philippine Commission on Women, Ms. Maria Christine Josefina G. Balmes. Let us all hear her inspiring message.
Everyone, to PSC Chairperson Richard Bachman, Para-Olympic Committee President Michael Barredo, the Philippine Olympic Committee, esteemed awardees, advocates, and distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to join you here today as we recognize the exemplary women athletes who have demonstrated their outstanding prowess and significantly contributed in their respective fields. I would also like to give special thanks and greetings to Commissioner Olivia Bongku for extending this invitation with the Philippine Commission on Women. It is always an honor to take part in events such as this one, where our Filipinas are given the spotlight for being the very reflection of gender equality and women empowerment in professional sports. We have come a long way since 1988, when by virtue of Proclamation number 227, became recognized as the Women's Role in History Month, emphasizing the important contribution that Filipino women have made for the growth and strength of the nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. Slowly but surely, we have made concrete efforts and have influenced the change in perspective and beliefs that due to the challenging nature of sports, both physically and mentally, that women and girls should not even engage, and this is best left at the hands of men and boys. Sa pamamagitan ng ating mga huwana at tuhuan na kasama at katuwang natin ngayong gabi, ito ay patuloy na nagsusulong ng karapatan at inklusyon ng kababaihan sa larangan ng sports, ay nawawaksi ang mga tinatawag nating gender stereotypes at gender norms na naglilimita sa maaaring gawin ng ating mga kababaihan. Quoting this year's sub-theme for the National Women's Month celebration, lipunang patas sa bagong Pilipinas, kakayahan ng kababaihan patutunayan dahil ang babae ay may angking galing, talento at kakayahan na di nararapat na ikahon, kundi ipamalas, paunlarin at ipagmalaki. Sa atin pong mga Filipina athletes na kikilalanin natin ngayong gabi, congratulations. I look forward to seeing all of you get the recognition that you truly deserve this afternoon or this evening. Naway maging inspirasyon kayo sa mga susunod pang henerasyon na kababaihang manlalaro. Muli, babae ka, hindi babae lang. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Miss Balmes, for that very inspiring message. And as we continue, again, thank you so much to our gracious sponsors for making this event possible.
You're right, Andre. And now we would like to hear from the chief of the sports agency hosting us tonight. The ever hardworking and amicable.
The man. And, you know, he's the man who's, sabi mo nga, ever working 24/7, always making sure everything is in order and taking care of our athletes. And it is our honor to welcome him tonight.
We would like to welcome Philippine Sports Commission Chairman, Mr. Richard Bachman, to deliver his opening remarks. Let's give him a round of applause.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat. I am honored to be part of this moment in giving recognition to the Filipino women athletes who shape the Philippine sports. Filipino women continue to give us pride and glory, not only locally but also on the international stage. And they actively take part in passing on the legacy built to the younger athletes. Your contribution in the country is seen and felt by everybody. I express my gratitude to our very own Commissioner Olivia Bongku for gathering all our top female athletes, executives, nutritionists, sports psychologists, and members of the media across all associations here to be given the honor they truly deserve. To all our awardees, may this recognition be an inspiration in performing your best in every battle and in spreading the spirit of dedication and commitment to the sporting community as we all together take steps in achieving a more successful Philippine sports. The community of champions you have established is what we need in advancing our agenda and platforms for all athletes. Maraming salamat, bida ang babaeng manlalaro sa bagong Pilipinas.
Thank you so much, Mr. Richard Bachman, for those opening remarks. Thank you, sir. Congratulations again in advance to, of course, the Philippine Sports Commission. And you know what? Just listening to Mr. Bachman, picking up a few things or two, you can really tell how special this night is. And I can predict this will be the first of many annual awards for women in sports.
And you know, Andre, the role of leaders is really vital in promoting
Oh, yes.
women in sports. It takes a lot of dedication and just the buy-in of all the leaders in order to further advance all the developments of women here in sports. So now it's time to start our awards proper.
Uh-huh.
Of course, we will do that by awarding citations to the women athletes who did our country proud in their respective disciplines in the last year, 2023.
And in order for us to do this in a proper and orderly fashion, we shall be calling those who will be cited in cluster or groups. And this group will be awarded by PSC Commissioner in charge for Gender Equality and Women in Sports, bowling legend, Miss Bonku.
You're right, Andre. Let's give her a round of applause. Of course, one of our idols and really the legendary trailblazing women athletes, Miss Bonku, will be awarding all our first set of awardees tonight. Okay, Andre, how about let's get to know our first set of awardees.
Our first group will be composed of Charlotte Tolentino, Jeda Soriano, Ella Alcoseba, Trixie Lofranco, all of Arnis, Grace Helia of bowling, Krisha Tabora Makatula, also of bowling, and Jan Jodelyn Fronda of chess. Once again, our special citation to the women athletes who did our country proud in their respective disciplines in 2023. Our first group composed of Charlotte Tolentino, Jeda Soriano, Ella Alcoseba, Trixie Lofranco, all of Arnis, Grace Helia, Krisha Tabora Makatula of bowling, and Jan Jodelyn Fronda of chess.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. And now for our next batch of athletes. We've got 7 inspiring women to be awarded tonight. They are Mora de los Reyes of cycling, Ivy Claire Dinoy of fencing, Miss Juliana Gomez, also of fencing, and Miss Alexa Larazabal, also of fencing. Let's give them a round of applause. We are also awarding Miss Rian Maliksi of golf, Asian Games gold medalist Miss Annie Ramirez of Jiu-Jitsu. We also got her fellow Asian Games gold medalist Miss Meggie Ochoa.
And of course, the scene stealer tonight, our Jiu-Jitsu champion in a beautiful dress, Ayel Aguilar.
Andre, our awardees prove that age doesn't matter when it comes to bringing pride to the country. We've got Ayel here already receiving her one of many, many awards.
Yes. Are you happy, Ayel? Show your award. Congratulations once again to this group, Maura de los Reyes, Ivy Claire Dinoy, Juliana Gomez, Alexa Lacazabal of fencing, Rian Maliksi of golf, Annie Ramirez, Meggy Ochoa, and of course, Ayel Aguilar, all of Jiu-Jitsu. Palakpakan po natin.
Thank you so much, ladies.
For our next group, may we request on stage, as your name will be called, Jamie Lim of Karate, Gretel De Paz, Claudine Veloso of Kickboxing, Juliana Shane Sevilla, Shira May Aranzado of Modern Pentathlon, Eliza Kylie Malyari, and Richin Tosores of Muay Thai. Congratulations, palakpakan po natin this group, making us really proud for all their achievements in 2023.
All right, thank you so much, ladies, and congratulations on your respective awards. And now let's get to know the penultimate batch of athletes who will be cited tonight. They are Precious Kabuya and Miss Kaizen de la Serna of Obstacle Course, Miss Christine Paraon of Rowing, Miss Amparo Acuna of Shooting, Miss Mazel Alegado of Skateboarding, Miss Thea Salvino of Swimming, and Miss Cherry May Ongyanko of Underwater Hockey.
Congratulations again, ladies, for making us really proud and for all your achievements in 2023. And our last but definitely not the least athletes on this group. Let's call Tots Carlos of volleyball, Rose G. Ramos and Maria Isa Ratcliffe of weightlifting and wrestling respectively, Jennifer Kilapio of Wushu, Veronica Ompod of powerlifting, Jessame Tabuan of powerlifting, and Rizel Buenaventura of athletics.
Let's all give them another round of applause. Congratulations to all our awardees. Thank you so much and congratulations to all our awardees. Palakpakan po natin all our awardees, women athletes who did our country proud in their respective disciplines in 2023.
And thank you also for being with us here on stage, the one and only Miss Bongku, bowling legend and PC Commissioner in charge for gender equality and women in sports.
Well, Andre, we saw a lot of athletes here on stage, from volleyball to obstacle course, swimming,
Jiu-Jitsu, fencing.
yes, lahat sila talagang nagpakitang gilas
naman.
and they really raised the flag of the Philippines in international competitions.
And deserving sila, kaya sila nandito on stage receiving an award. Now, for our next team citation, may we call on the team captains
Of the following teams, we
that
will
made us really proud and made an impact in 2023. Team captains of the Philippine Baseball Team, the Smart Omega Express, the Philippine Equestrian Team, the National Sepak Takraw Team, Philippine Blue Girls of Softball, and Binibini Ultimate Frisbee Team. And the team awards will be presented by PSC Executive Director Paulo Francisco Tatad.
Once again, we are awarding the 7 teams that made an impact and did our countrymen proud in 2023. Earlier, we awarded the individual
Correct.
athletes. Now we are awarding teams that made the Philippines proud in 2023. We have the team captains of the Philippine baseball team. Please join us here on stage. We also have the Smart Omega Express. We're also awarding, please come up on stage, the team captain of the Philippine Equestrian Team. We are also awarding the National Sepak Takraw Team. Yan, palakpakan po natin. We also have the Philippine Blue Girls of Softball who competed
Yes,
in the World Cup
that's
last
right.
year.
Made us really, really proud. And Binibini Ultimate Frisbee Team. Palakpakan po natin all these 7 teams that made the country proud, made an impact in 2023. We would also like to acknowledge the Philippine women's handball team. Siyempre, Pauline, this is the first that we are doing this. So we expect not things to be perfect, but still, all these women who made the country proud and made an impact. Philippine handball, Philippine softball, lahat na nandito ngayon on stage deserving to receive an award because of what they did in 2023 that kept you really, really busy as well.
It was a busy year last year, but it's really so inspiring to see all these teams when you see their camaraderie on the court, whether they're competing here locally or overseas. You know that their teamwork is there and nakita mo yung samahan talaga nila, especially in women's sports. Let's all give them a round of applause once again. Our Team Sports awardees. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you also, PSC Executive Director, Mr. Paulo Francisco Tatad, for being with us on stage.
All right, now before we get to know our next set of awardees, we just wanted to announce that we are live on Facebook,
Yes.
on the Philippine Sports Commission's Facebook page. That we're being live streamed right now. So hello to everyone watching us on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Maraming salamat. I believe Mickey Santos is also there doing the live stream
Yes, yes.
on Facebook. And now, again, we would like to thank continuously our sponsors and gracious partners for tonight's event, Respond, Cell Logistics, and Milo.
All right, and at this point, we are now going to present our awards to our national para-athletes. Now, these athletes stood out with their sterling feats in 2023 and, of course, did our country proud. Earlier, we awarded individuals, teams, but now the spotlight is on our para-athletes, Andre.
Tama ka, Pawi. These inspiring female para-athletes were able to overcome a lot of huge challenges, handicaps in lifting themselves and their fellow Filipinos to new heights of excellence in their respective sports. And this set of awards will be given by Philippine Paralympic Committee President Mr. Mike Barredo, and Deputy Executive Director for Operations of the Philippine Commission on Women, Ms. Maria Christine Josefina G. Balmes.
Give them a round of applause.
Our first awardee is para swimmer Angel May Autumn, who bagged 4 gold medals in the Cambodia ASEAN Para Games. Congratulations to our first awardee, para swimmer Angel May Autumn.
Our next awardee is none other than wheelchair-bound thrower Cindy Asusano. She won 2 gold and 1 bronze medals in the Cambodian ASEAN Para Games, and tonight she will be awarded as one of our national para athletes in women in sports.
Also with us is Mr. Guri Custodio, PPC Secretary General. And our next awardee is National Para Powerlifter Meridol Pamatian, who won a gold and a silver in the Cambodia ASEAN Para Games.
Thank you so much for joining us here on stage. And now the next award goes to the National Para Chess Team of Attorney Chaser Mendoza, Jean Lee Nasita, and Cheryl Angot, who won a team gold in the Cambodia ASEAN Para Games and silver in the Hangzhou Asian Para Games. Once again, the National Para Chess Team. Congratulations.
One more time, let's all give them a big hand. Palakpakan po natin our national para-athletes who stood out with their sterling feats in 2023 and made the Philippines really proud. Congratulations at mabuhay kayong lahat.
While we're here, we'd like to call on stage Miss Eliza Kylie Malyari. She was awarded earlier for a special citation. She's from Muay Thai, as well as Miss Richien Tosores of Muay Thai. They are here joining us. There we go. Please come up here on stage. You will be awarded by Mr. Mike Barredo for your feat. Let's all give them a round of applause. Once again, Miss Eliza Kyle Malyari of Muay Thai and Miss Richien Tosores. Congratulations to our Muay Thai athletes, and thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you also to Philippine Paralympic Committee President Mr. Mike Barredo, and of course PPC Secretary General Mr. Guri Custodio. Thank you for joining us tonight.
And now we would like to give way to the Philippine Paralympic Committee President Mr. Mike Barredo. While he's here on stage, he will be acknowledging the national para-athletes for their contributions and success with some words of encouragement.
Sir Mike.
Thank you very much. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. You know, our MCs are so energetic. Let's give them a hand of applause as well. Huh? Thank you. Allow me first, on behalf of the Philippine Paralympic Committee and FieldSPADA to acknowledge our esteemed officers of the Philippine Sports Commission, led by Chairman Richard Bachman, Commissioners Gaston Harco Torres, and of course, our Woman of the Day, Commissioner Olivia Bongku. Let's give them a big hand, please. It's no longer a man's world. It is now a woman's world, believe me. And I don't mind. I was prompted to remember, when may I recognize also our Deputy Executive Director for the Philippine Commission on Women, Director Balmes. You know, when she said that back in 1988, there was an initiative to push for women empowerment. And I remember in about 30 years ago, 1992, when two women really broke the ice in these awards they called the Outstanding Young Men in 1992. When two women, one is now a senator, Lauren Legarda, and Lydia De Vega, the late Lydia De Vega, became one of the first young women outstanding awardees in 1992, which was given by then President Fidel V. Ramos. I was happy and honored to be their batchmate. So congratulations to them as well. I also heard tonight some names that have been known in the world of sport or in community. 4 pillars, women pillars. I don't know if there are others here, but I heard of Cynthia Carrion of gymnastics, Akiko Thompson of swimming, of course, Diane Casilleos, tennis, all of them. And of course, Bongku. All of them dedicated beyond being athletes to help sports develop in our country. Maybe all I'd really like to say is, of course, let us again congratulate our para-women athletes. Can you please give them another big hand? I'd like to also make special mention to 2 awardees that have given us remarkable achievement in their fields also as well. Our only 2 Paralympian medalists, bronze medalist Adeline Dumapong Sanchez for para-powerlifting, and the late Josephine Medina for para-table tennis. Again, as I said, it's really amazing how women have stepped up, and where they are now is certainly for us men to recognize, and everyone, of course. Back in 1996, there were only about 30% participating women in the Paralympic Games. Here in Tokyo, the next most recent Paralympic Games in Tokyo, we saw over 1,800 women, or almost 42%, participate in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Amazing expansion. And believe it or not, the International Paralympic Committee Board has 5 women. 50% of the board of the Paralympic Committee are also women now. So definitely there is a push towards this goal. And I'd like all of us, we will work together with the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Olympic Committee, the National Sports Association, everybody that's here. And of course, thanks also to media for pushing it, pushing the development of para sports, and now pushing the inclusion of women. Again, if I may, inclusion, the word that we always use, is also the vision of the Paralympic movement to make for an inclusive world through para sport. Equality, gender equality, one of our core values in the movement, which is equality. So let's all work together and embrace diversity, support gender equality, and strengthen women empowerment. Mabuhay lahat ng ating mga awardees tonight. At kung po pwede lang, hingi ako sa inyo ng isang masaganang mabuhay. Ha? Kung po pwede lang, 2 lang baksak. Ha? Mabuhay ang atletang Pilipino! Mabuhay ang atletang Pilipina! Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Sir Mike Barredo, for that very, very inspiring message.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Barredo. And now, at this point,
we'd like to hear from someone who's been a
sports avid supporter.
Yes,
We
he's
all-
always
yes.
there in every competition, whether it's basketball
Kahit ano.
or FIBA
Oh,
or
laging
the games,
nakasuporta
SEA
siya.
Games, Asian Games.
We just actually saw him last week at the Big Dome, the
Yes.
Smart Araneta Coliseum. He was just there. Mr. Malasakit himself, Senator Christopher Bongo, Senate Committee on Sports Chair, for some remarks. We were just told that Senator Bongo is already here, but he's being held back. Alam naman natin si Senator Bongo, very busy man, talking to a lot of people. But we will get to Senator Bongo's remarks in just a bit. But for now, we also want to mention, in line with celebrating Women's Month and championing women in sports, Lacoste Watches Philippines and Rispad are celebrating women athletes through our first ever awards night. Again, by championing women in sports. Maraming salamat. Witness the synergy of our community in this unforgettable evening with tokens of appreciation from Lacoste Watches. Their Instagram and Facebook account is the same. Wrist_pod, and please use the hashtag Women in Sports, Philippine Commission on Women, Philippine Sports Commission, Lacoste Watch, Wristpod, and Adobe Sports.
Thank you so much to all our sponsors for making this event possible. It's really nice to see that a lot of brands are supporting our first ever awards night.
Dadami
here
pa yan
in-
as the years
in
go by.
sports. You're right there, Andre. Well, everyone, we still have a lot to go, and we will be resuming our awards proper by calling the names of these women who in their respective ways have contributed significantly to the success of our athletes and Philippine sports. These women have played a vital role in
yeah.
championing women in sports. And you know, Andre, sila talaga yung nasa likod ng mga atleta. Athletes like Heidelin Diaz, of course, our gold medalists, our Olympians, our SEA Games gold medalists. There's always a team
Yes.
behind them and a group of people, especially women, who keep supporting them.
Tama yun eh. Sabi mo nga, di ba, lagi din binabanggit. Kahit si Heidelin,
Yes.
she always mentions her team. It takes a village.
You're right.
Kahit yung mga individual athletes natin. And of course, especially even our teams.
And so let us award them tonight here in our very first Women in Sports Awards. First up is the National Academy for Sports Administrator, Miss Joy Reyes. She will be receiving a citation for sports education. Presenting the awards is PSC Executive Director, Mr. Paulo Tatad.
We welcome Mr. Tatad back on stage.
Next is Milo Executive, Miss Veronica Cruz. She will be receiving a corporate citation for grassroots. Once again, Milo Executive, Miss Veronica Cruz. Please join us here on stage. Our next awardee. She is an Olympic and elite performance nutrition coach. Ito, nasa likod talaga ni Heidelin
Literal.
Diaz in her quest for a gold medal in the Olympics. It's none other than Coach Jeanette Aro. She will be receiving a citation for sports nutrition. Let's give her a round of applause. We will also be awarding another vital member of Team Heidelin Diaz, Team HD, sports psychologist Dr. Karen Trinidad. She will be receiving a citation for sports psychology.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo eh, di ba? It really takes a village And Heidelin always mentions these people, Coach Jeanette Aro, sports psychologist Karen Trinidad, na malaking tulong. That's why she was able to bag our first ever gold medal in the Olympics.
And not just for Heidelin Diaz, even for a lot of athletes like Yumir Marshall, all these Filipino athletes who are bringing pride to the Philippines.
Etong
All right,
next.
next up, this is my idol.
I'm excited for you. Go ahead.
My idol, of course, none other than veteran sportscaster Miss Diane Castillejo. She will be receiving a citation for sports media and broadcasting.
The lovely Miss Diane Castillejo.
She really blazed the trail for all of us female sports journalists.
Kung may
And
pioneer in sports media, it's this woman right here, Miss Diane Castillejo.
let's all give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Miss Diane. We'd also like to call on stage, she's joining us now, Milo executive, Miss Veronica Cruz. Congratulations, ma'am. Miss Veronica will be receiving a corporate citation for grassroots. And last but not the least, we also have an avid sports patron, an avid supporter of, especially for women in sports. It's none other than the Honorable Senator Pia Cayetano. She will be receiving a citation for sports advocacy, and she will be represented by one of her staff members.
Senator Pia, of course, with a busy schedule, cannot join us tonight. But on her behalf, Attorney Jackie Gan is receiving the award in behalf of Senator Pia Cayetano. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin these inspiring women on stage.
Sports Administrator for the National Academy for Sports, Joy Reyes. We have Milo Executive Miss Veronica Cruz, of course, Coach Jeanette Aro, Olympic and Elite Performance Nutrition Coach. We also have Dr. Karen Trinidad, Sports Psychologist, veteran sportscaster Miss Diane Castillejo, and of course, the Honorable Senator Pia Cayetano.
And thank you once again, PSC Executive Director Paulo Francisco Tatad, for joining us once again here on stage. Thank you, ladies. Pawi, sabi mo nga, behind every successful athlete, nandun yung coach, who's just like a mother,
Yes.
and is also their nurturer, comforter, cheerleader, lahat na rolled into one. And now may we call on these outstanding coaches to receive their awards. They will be in 2 batches and they will be presented by PSC Commissioner Fritz Gaston.
Once again, we will be awarding the outstanding coaches. Let's begin with Archery's Coach Joy Marino. Coach Heidi Ong of basketball. Coach Heidi, she's not here. Of course, none other than Coach Mau Belen of 3-on-3 basketball.
Idol ko talaga to eh. She deserves to be here on stage, Coach Mau Belen.
We also have bowling's Coach Jojo Canare. We have Coach Francis Duchess Co of Canoe, Kayak, and Dragon Boat. We also have Muay Thai's Coach Precious Okaya Bellarmino. And last but not the least for this group, the very inspiring Obstacle Sports Coach and Secretary General, Coach Precious Aguilar.
Si Coach! You know, inspiration. Idol ko sa running, Coach Precious Aguilar.
Once again, they will be awarded by PSC Commissioner Mr. Fritz Gaston. Once again, congratulations to all our coaches. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for inspiring this generation of athletes.
Congratulations once again to all our coaches. As I mentioned kanina, lahat na yan eh. Coach mo, nanay mo, supporter mo, critic mo.
Yes.
Talagang brings out the best in every athlete. So mabuhay kayong lahat. Maraming salamat also, Sir Fritz Gaston, for joining us tonight. Thank you once again. Congratulations to our coaches. Our next batch, as I said, 2 batches yan. Of course, next on our list, distinguished coaches are rowing's Maricon Fornea, Divina Gracia Escala of soft tennis, softballs Ana Santiago, taekwondo's Rani Ann Ortega, Annie De Leon Brown of triathlon, and handball's Joanna Frankeli.
Once again, congratulations to all our coaches. Alam mo, Andre, I also get to talk to our lovely coaches about their athletes, all the challenges that they face, and they really relate to them on a personal level. It's not just coaching or the technical aspects of the sport. It's important for female coaches to really get to know their players and to really develop this relationship with them.
And sabi nga, kaya nga may tinatawag na player's coach. Kasi yun nga yun, nakaka-relate yung player dahil alam mismo ng coach yung pinagdadaanan ng kanilang manlalaro. So once again, these distinguished coaches, rowing's Maricon Fornea, Divina Gracia Escala of soft tennis, softballs Ana Santiago, taekwondo's coach Rani Ann Ortega, Coach Annie De Leon Brown of triathlon, and handball's coach Joanna Frankeli. Thank you, coaches, and congratulations.
Thank you so much as well, Mr. Fritz.
Gaston. Thank you. Tatanong, ako pa rin ba dito? Hindi na, sir. Thank you again, Mr. Fritz Gaston, for joining us tonight.
All right, so now we've gotten to know the coaches, the athletes,
The teams.
behind the success of every Filipino athlete, the success behind the medal, the awards. But now it's time to recognize
9
ladies whose leadership and administrative abilities exemplify our best and brightest. They are shining examples of women empowerment. So we will be awarding now leaders who have inspired and continue to champion for this generation of women athletes. In no specific order of priority, may I call on stage, first up, Miss Mikey Kowanko-Jaworski. Once again, may we call on stage Miss Mikey Kowanko-Jaworski. She's always championing for women. We always see her in the POC's events.
Yes, and siya mismo represented the country, so she knows what it is to be an athlete, taking pride for our country and for her flag.
We'd also like to call on stage to award Miss Karina Picson. She will be awarded by PSC Commissioner Mr. Walter Torres. Once again, Miss Karina Picson of boxing, congratulations and thank you so much for your leadership. Next up, we'd like to award Miss Erica D. of basketball. She won't be joining us tonight, but we know Miss Erica D is such a hard-working leader We've seen it in the FIBA World Cup last year, busy. And she's really there dedicated to championing for women's basketball.
Napaka-busy din ni Boss Erica D. Next on our distinguished list of prominent sports executive awardees is
Miss Leonora Escoliante. Miss Leonora of Cano Kayak and Dragon Boat. She won't be joining us here tonight, but of course, congratulations are in order for her.
our next awardee. I'm pretty sure she's here. We all saw her. Go ahead, Pawi.
The ever beautiful and kind Miss Cynthia Carrion of Gymnastics.
And as you said, sabi mo nga, yung kanyang energy, exuberance, talagang it's contagious every time you see Miss Cynthia.
Yes. And her dedication to helping gymnasts.
She wants an applause now.
Palakpakan naman po natin. Let's give Miss Cynthia Carrion a round of applause. Congratulations, Miss Cynthia. Next, we also have Miss Ronaline Greenlees. Miss Ronaline Greenlees of Lawn Bowls. One of our prominent sports executives being awarded tonight. Next, we will also like to call on stage to receive her award, Miss Karen Tanchanco Caballero
Of Sepak Takraw.
So Miss Karen is also very active.
Yes.
And she's very passionate in really supporting her Sepak Takraw athletes. Congratulations, Miss Karen. And next, we would like to award Miss Adam Milby. Of course, Miss Adam Milby represents rugby. She is one of the pioneers and really one of those who help promote women's rugby in the Philippines. And last but not the least, to receive her award as a prominent sports executive is none other than Miss Pearl Managelod. Miss Pearl Managelod of Muay Thai, and of course, one of our ever passionate and a really dedicated sports leader.
You know what, Bowie? Aside from their awards that they truly deserve, one thing I noticed from all of them that they have a beautiful smile.
Wow.
See, at this dispatch, but including you, sir.
Including Sir Walter. Once again, congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause. Our prominent sports executives and leaders. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much and continue being an inspiration to a lot of female athletes.
And continue to have that contagious smile as well. Thank you also to PSC Commissioner Mr. Walter Torres for joining us tonight. Earlier, Pawi, we already called his name, but of course, he was just held up. He was very busy, but he is available now to join us on stage. Mr. Malasakit himself, supporter of sports, Senator Christopher Bongo, Senate Committee on Sports Chair, for some words.
Once again, let us all welcome the Honorable Senator, Mr. Malasakit, Senator Bongo.
Good evening, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Pasensya na po, galing pa po kami ng Senado at it's been a long time since I've seen Chairman Dicky Bachman. Biro lang, kanina lang po kami nagkita sa hearing po sa Senado. Good evening, PSC Chairman Richard Bachman, Commissioner Edward Haico, Commissioner Walter Torres, Commissioner Fritz Gaston, my idol in basketball, and of course to my auntie. My auntie is here. I saw her a while ago. Where's my auntie? Commissioner Bongku. She's my auntie kasi Bongku. Bongo. Pareho, konti lang diferensya. And ating Philippine Paralympic Committee, Mr. Mike Baramedo, and Executive Director ng Philippine Commission on Women. Is she here? Christine Balmes. At sa lahat po ng ating mga awardees, magandang gabi. And of course, Ma'am Cynthia Carayon, ma'am, our longtime friend. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and most importantly, our extraordinary Filipina athletes and sportswomen who have graced us with their presence tonight. I saw Ma'am Diane Castillejo. Hindi pa rin po tumatanda si Ma'am kanina. Kita nyo, pag athlete talaga, hindi tumatanda. Kaya I'm encouraging you all to get into sports. Good evening and welcome to the first Women in Sports Awards Night. As we gather here in celebration and recognition of Women's Month, it is my absolute honor to stand before you as the chair of the Senate Committee on Sports. Tonight is a testament to the strength, dedication, and passion of Filipino women who have not only excelled in their respective sports, but have also significantly contributed to uplifting the spirit and prestige of our nation on both the local and international stages. In the spirit of this celebration, it is crucial to recognize that the journey of our sportswomen is one filled with relentless perseverance and will. These qualities not only define their path to excellence, but also inspire us all. As chair of the Committee on Sports, I assure you of my continued commitment to support and enhance the sports sector in the Philippines to the best of my capacity. Bukas po ang aking opisina para sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na po sa ating mga athletes. In my own small capacity as your chairman po sa Committee on Sports and Health, tutulungan ko po kayo sa abot ng aking makakaya. Mahalaga po ang papel ng sports sa ating lipunan. Higit pa sa pagiging libangan po, ito ay isang mahalagang kasangkapan sa paghubog ng karakter ng ating mga kabataan. Sa bawat pagtakbo, paglundag, mga panalo man o pagkatalo, natututo tayo ng disiplina, pakikipagtulungan at integridad. Naniniwala ako na isang paraan ang sports para maipagpatuloy ang kampanya laban sa illegal na droga. Ayaw ko pong masayang yung inumpisahan ni dating Pangulong Duterte na labanan po ang illegal na droga at ang kriminalidad. Kaya bilang inyong sports chairman sa Senado, iniinganyo ko po ang mga kabataan to get into sports, stay away from drugs. Alam nyo, pag bumalik po ang illegal na droga, babalik po ang korupsyon sa gobyerno, babalik po ang kriminalidad. Mas nakakatakot po yun. At napatunayan naman natin, as your chairman po ng Committee on Health, importante yung physical exercise. Napatunayan sa studies na pag tayo involved sa physical exercise, nababawasan po ang kaso ng mental health. Panahon ng pandemya, marami pong na-depress. In fact, maraming nag-suicide. Marami talagang apektado sa mental health. Isang paraan po ang sports na maiwasan po ang problema sa mental health. In our shared quest to nurture and promote the talents of our athletes, it is with great pride that I highlight several legislative measures that have been put in place to bolster the sports sector, particularly in nurturing our promising athletes from a young age. One of our significant achievements is the enactment of Republic Act number 11470, which led to the establishment of the National Academy of Sports. Yun po tong NAS sa New Clark City in Capas. The NAS stands as a beacon of our dedication to providing a conducive environment for student athletes, offering a secondary education program integrated with special sports curriculum. The curriculum is designed to ensure that our young athletes excel both academically and in their respective sports. Sa eskwelahan na ito, pwede na pong mag-aral ang estudyante. Training, aral. Aral, training. Walang masasakripisyo. Dahil noong una, pag yung mga atleta natin, nagtitraining, nag-aaral, nasasakripisyo po yung pag-aaral. Nag-aaral siya, nasasakripisyo naman po yung training. Sayang naman po ang ating pasilidad sa New Clark City na ginawa po sa akin ng health and sports. Konektado po ito eh. Kaya ako sinasabi parate, get into sports, stay away from drugs to keep us healthy and fit. When we are physically fit, healthy tayo at hahaba po ang ating buhay. Gusto ko rin pong i-share sa inyo ang ating mga inisyatibo bilang, bakit picture ko yan sa Senate? Gusto ko rin po i-share sa inyo yung ating inisyatibo bilang chairman naman po ng Committee on Health. 3 po ang aking naging prioridad. Dahil importante rin po ito, dahil yung mga atleta natin ay makikinabang rin po dito. Pag nagkasakit sila, nagkasakit po ang kanilang mga pamilya, suportado rin po sila ng ating mga government hospitals. Uunahin ko lang po, 3 yan, Malasakit Center, Super Health Center, at Regional Specialty Center. First, Malasakit Center. Meron na po tayong 161 na Malasakit Center sa buong Pilipinas na handang tumulong po sa ating mga poor and indigent patients. Ang Malasakit Center po, it's a one-stop shop. Nasa loob na ho ng ospital yung PhilHealth, PCSO, DOH at DSWD na tutulong po sa ating mga kababayang mahirap. Meron po kayong Malasakit Center sa PGH, malapit lang po rito. Meron din po dyan sa Jose Pabella, sa mga buntis. Meron din po sa Jose Reyes. Meron din po sa Tondo. NKTI, Heart Center, Lung Center, East Avenue, may mga Malasakit Centers po tayo sa buong Pilipinas. Meron na tayong 90 sa Luzon, 30 sa Visayas at 41 sa Mindanao. Pangalawa, Super Health Center. What is Super Health Center? It's a medium type of a polyclinic. Pwede po dyan yung panganganak, dental, laboratory, x-ray. Dyan na po yung primary care ng universal health care. Dyan na po yung early disease detection para hindi lumala yung sakit. At dyan na po yung sa PhilHealth, yung konsulta. Di ba lahat tayo, lahat ng Pilipino ay membro po ng PhilHealth. So pwede na ho kayong magpakonsulta dyan, magkakaroon po ng mahigit 600 na Super Health Center sa buong Pilipinas, lalong-lalo na sa bukid, sa mga liblib na lugar. Ilalagay po ito at madidecongest na po yung mga hospital. Marami pong makikinabang dyan yung mga mahirap nating kababayan dahil inilapit natin yung serbisyo medikal sa ating mga kababayan. Yan po ang Super Health Center. Third,